Hello neighbors, thank you for joining me for a short beginner-friendly flow. We're going to be practicing yoga today. Today we're going to be using some props and we're all just going to have to get kind of resourceful because most of us don't have blocks or bolsters or straps at our house. So for a bolster today, it's just really going to help us get a little cozier in some of these postures. I just pulled a couple pillows off of my couch. They're both kind of firm. You don't need firm pillows. Maybe grab a couple though. I grabbed two just in case I want extra. I can go ahead and stack them on top of each other. So grab some pillows or a bolster if you have it. Some yogis do. And then we'll also be using a strap today. So I also don't have a strap. I always use my studio's equipment. And so right now I just have a belt. If you don't have a belt, just grab like a little towel maybe, and you can always roll it up and turn it into a strap. Any belt will do. Make sure it's nice and firm because we'll be tugging on a little bit, so something that's okay having a little bit of wear and tear. And then also we're going to use blocks. So most of us do not have blocks at our home. I do not, so I've gotten really resourceful. I'm using a big tin of coffee beans. And then also it's raw organic, perfect green superfood. It's really gross, but I love it. I drink it every morning, keeps me nice and healthy. But you know, try not to grab something that's glass. Try to grab something that's nice and sturdy, that if you put a little bit of weight on it and wobble around a little bit, it'll be able to hold you up, basically. All right, let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna start lying on our backs. So go ahead and grab one of your pillows or both of your pillows. It's going to be a supported bridge pose. So what we're going to want to do is wedge our pillow or our bolster right underneath our butt. So really we want it like glute to glute. We're looking for that sacrum bone, which is that flat bone that's right above the gluteal crease. Really what we want to avoid is placing the prop under the arch of our low back. So just go ahead and wedge your pillow right under your butt. And then you can, if you want a little bit more, walk your feet out in front of you. But if you straighten out your legs and you find that it's too much stretch on the front of your hips or too much compression in the low back, just keep your knees bent. If by straightening your legs you don't feel a whole lot, grab your other pillow, stack it on top of your other pillow, just elevate those hips a little bit more. Good, walk your feet out in front of you. Open your palms out nice and wide, palms face up. Good. And then just start to build a presence. The destination in yoga is never how deep we go into our postures or what we can do or what we can't do. Yoga is really about turning inward and getting to know your body, getting to know the language of the body through understanding sensation and just observing sensation. So enjoy the journey. And start by feeling the earth beneath you. Just start to build that awareness. Feel the earth touch your ankles, your shoulders, the back of your arms. And just take a moment of gratitude for our earth, for the stability that it provides us, for the nutrient and the element. And then shift your awareness to the air above you. Feel it touch your shins and your thighs, your shoulders, your chest, your face. And just feel the vibration of the air, the coldness or the warmth. And then take a moment of gratitude for our air, for our source of energy. And then start to become aware of the breath. Without trying too hard, just start to notice the natural rhythm of the belly and the chest. Feel everything rise and get a little lighter and a little more expansive on the breath in. feel everything fall a little heavier on the breath out. Inhale, filling up. And exhale, getting smaller and denser. And now we'll start to activate the awareness of the breath a little bit deeper. So notice the depth of your breath. Notice if it's just filling up your chest or your shoulders. See if you can deepen your breath so much that it fills up the belly first. And then when there's no more room in the belly, allow it to overflow into the lungs and the shoulders. And then on the exhale, release from the top to bottom. So chest first, and then release from the belly next. Inhale, belly, then lungs. And exhale, lungs, then belly. And then start to notice the length of the breath. So notice that the inhale is a little bit longer than the exhale. See if you can deepen the exhale so that exhale matches the length of the inhale. When we exaggerate that exhale, it actually turns on our body's ability to calm down and find peace. So you can always count your breath here. You don't have to. But if you'd like to, just go ahead and exhale your air. And then inhale for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Follow this rhythm. And now if you can, breathe in and out through the nose. If your nose feels stuffy or it's hard to inhale or exhale fully through the nose, it's okay to use the mouth. Maybe exhale through the mouth, but just do what you can. If you're inhaling and exhaling through the nose, see if you can, even through the mouth, see if you can make it nice and audible. Deep enough so you can hear it. We call this our Ujjayi breath or our Osage breath. So if you can hear it, maybe it mimics the sound of the ocean. On the inhale, listen to the waves being pulled out to sea. And then as you exhale, listen to them crash onto the shore. Just mimicking the ocean's natural rhythm. And go ahead and set an intention. Our intentions are just magnetic vibrations that we create, kind of putting them out into the universe so the universe can respond. So think about love, think about healing, think about peace and forgiveness. Whatever vibration you want to invite on your mat, just go ahead and think about it. We'll be here for about 5 more full breaths. And then draw your awareness to your hands and your feet. Now start to move the fingertips, move the toes. Create some big circles with the wrists and the ankles. Rock your head a little side to side. And then just go ahead and walk your feet back towards your hips. Dig your heels into the earth and then remove your props from underneath your butt. And then just go ahead and release your hips back to the mat or back to the earth, whatever you're practicing on. With your knees bent, just go ahead and gently rock them a little side to side. Know that everything that we do here is optional. Only do what your body says yes to. Again, it's not about where we go in the postures. It's really just about opening the different channels of the body so blood and chi can flow, so we can encourage health, both spiritually, mentally, and physically. So it's up to you to listen to your body. Say no when it says no. Good. From here, grab a hold of your strap or your belt. Go ahead and kick your right foot towards the ceiling and then hook your strap around the sole of your right foot. So if it's tough to straighten out your leg, you can always just keep a nice bend into your knee. Just see if you can get that heel a little bit higher than the knee, maybe a little higher than the hip. And then if you want a little bit more, you can walk your strap towards the ball of your foot and straighten out your leg. You can even straighten out that left leg to get a little bit more. From here, see if you can keep your shoulders nice and heavy. Just tug on that strap. Really try to anchor that right hip into the earth. And then continue breathing. Following that natural ocean's breath. The exhale that matches the length of the inhale. We'll be here for about 3 more full breaths. And then from here, walk your right hand up your strap. Go ahead and send your left hand to the top of your left hip. Really anchor that left hip into the earth. Kick through the right heel and then let your foot fall to the right. So it might touch the earth, it might fall out to the right an inch or so. Just honor where the body is and what the body needs, and don't go past the edge, right? You can find the edge and then back out a little bit. Once you get that left hip nice and anchored, reach your left arm out wide, let your gaze rest over your left fingertips. We'll be here for about 3 more full breaths. Good, and draw your right foot back towards the ceiling. Kick through that heel. 1 more full breath. Good. And then go ahead and release your strap. Draw both knees to your chest. Just rock a little side to side. Take some big circles with the knees. And move those circles in the other direction. Good. Send your right foot to the earth. Kick your left heel towards the ceiling. Hook your strap around the sole of your left foot. And then take whatever expression of this posture that you'd like to take. Try to get the left side and the right side to match. So it's really common for one side of the body to hold a little more tension than the other. And if we go further on that side that's holding less tension just because we can, will create more imbalances in the body. So try to find that side that's holding a little more stress and tension, and then just try and love on that side a little bit harder. Allow that side to catch up to that side that's a little more open. Sometimes we have a tendency to label one side the bad side and one side the good side. Try not to do that. Try not to create labels. We can find that balance. And a couple more full breaths here. Maintain that deep belly breathing. And then walk your left hand up your strap, send your right hand to the top of your right hip, and then kick through the left heel, let your foot fall to the left. Really press into that right hip, get it really close to the earth, and then reach your right arm out wide. Let your gaze rest over your right fingertips. We'll be here for about 5 full breaths. Notice if you're holding tension in the jaw or in the eyebrows. See if you can release the tension in the jaw. Just kind of allow that jaw to hang heavy. Release the tension between the eyebrows. And continue to breathe. Good. Come back to the center. Kick through your left heel. One more full breath. And then go ahead and release your strap. Just place it off to the side. Go ahead and walk your feet back towards your hips. Press your palms into the earth. So we started with a restorative bridge pose with a prop under our hips. Now we're just going to activate it. So from here, start to tilt your pelvic floor towards the ceiling. So see if you can just lift your sacrum off the earth. Tighten up the core, tighten up the abdomen, and then lift your low back off the earth. And then lift your mid back off the earth. And then lift your upper back off the earth. This is bridge pose. And then we're going to come down the same way. We'll do 5 of these. So slowly roll the upper back. And then release the mid back. Release the low back. And then release the sacrum. Good. We'll start to connect it with the breath. Inhale, roll on up. Hips first, chest last. And exhale, roll on down. Try to be nice and controlled, nice and slow. Inhale, lift everything off the earth. Notice if there's any spaces in the vertebra that get a little stuck. And then exhale, slowly release. All right, just become the observer. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Each time you practice this, you'll notice your body changes just a little bit. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Draw your knees to your chest. Give yourself a little hug. Rock a little side to side. Good. And then rock front to back, tailbone to shoulders. So here we're going to roll up into a seat. So just go ahead and cross one leg in front of the other. Start by placing your right leg in front of your left leg. So we'll all need a couple different things in this posture. We'll start with this basic version. So we want our feet to be directly under the knees, and then the shins are going to be parallel. It's likely that the feet are going to want to come closer than the knees, but see if you can get the feet a little under the knees. If feet closer together is accessible, do that. If this is not accessible, go ahead and grab your prop, maybe both pillows, and sit on it. Elevate the hips, get them a little closer to the knees. If that still feels really tough on the knees, go ahead and straighten out your left leg. So see if you can keep your right knee bent, then straighten out that left leg. Good, so it's going to be like a tree pose. We'll go there later. And then also if you're in this figure 4 position, we call it Sukhasana box pose, and you know you're not gonna feel anything, you have really open hips, you're welcome to take Padmasana lotus. So lotus pose is placing your ankle on top of your left thigh, like the meaty part of the knee, the vastus medialis, and then letting that right knee rest on top of the foot. So my hips are like chronically tight, so this is a little too much for me. My knee's elevated over the foot, so I'm gonna go ahead and take box pose, Sukhasana. On the inhale, sweep your palms high, lift your gaze. On the exhale, draw your palms to your heart center, Samastitihi. Inhale, palm sweep high, gaze lifts. Exhale, send your right hand down, reach your left hand high, take a side body stretch. Good, inhale, come back to the center, palms touch. Exhale, left hand down, right arm sweeps out wide. Inhale, come back through the center, and then exhale, send your right hand behind you, send your left hand to the outside of your thigh, and just twist. Inhale, palm sweep high. Exhale, twist in the other direction. Good, inhale, back through the center. And then from here, we're gonna fold forward for about 5 breaths. Good. So just walk your hands out in front of you. Your hands might touch the earth, your hands might not touch the earth. If the hands are struggling to find the earth, grab your block, place your hands on top of your block. Good. Maintain the connection to the breath. And then come back up through center. Good. Inhale, palms sweep high, gaze lifts. Exhale, palms to heart. Go ahead and cross your opposite leg in front. So the left leg for me. See if you can, again, get those feet under the knees or get your shins parallel. Yeah, just take the other side, whatever modification you took. Inhale, palm sweep high, gaze lifts. Exhale, draw your palms to your heart center. Inhale, palm sweep high. On the exhale, send your left hand down, reach your right arm out wide. Inhale, back through center, palms touch. Exhale, side body stretch. Inhale, palm sweep high. Exhale, send your left hand behind you, your right hand to your left thigh and twist. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, twist in the other direction. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, hinge forward, 5 full breaths. Good. Notice if you've invited tension back into your jaw, see if you can let it go. Walk your hands back to your shins. On the inhale, sweep your palms high, lift your gaze. Exhale, draw your palms to your heart. Send your hands out in front of you and then roll forward for a tabletop pose. So we want our hands directly under our shoulders and our knees directly under our hips. Now we're gonna move a little bit. So on the inhale, see if you can drop your belly and lift your gaze. Pull your heart between your arms. We call this cow pose. And then exhale, curl the spine, draw your gaze to your thighs, cat pose. Inhale, cat, cow, Vidilasana. And exhale, cat, Marjariasana. Good, one more, inhale, cow pose. And exhale, cat. Good, so you're welcome to stay right here in tabletop pose, taking cat-cow. If you'd like to though, go ahead and tuck your toes, keep your hands and your feet where they are. Find downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So in your down dog, we'll all look a little bit different. So this will be full expression, heels rooted, legs straight, but primarily what we're working on is creating one long line from the wrist crease all the way to the tailbone. So if you find yourself kind of creating like a nice V shape with the torso and the arm, see if you can lift your heels, bend into your knees, and then press your chest towards your thighs. And then maybe release some of the tension in the neck. And then once you've created all that length in the spine, then you can start to straighten your legs and send your heels down. However, if you feel that you're starting to compromise that spinal length, just keep your knees bent. Good. And then from here, shift your weight forward, high plank pose. You're welcome to drop your knees to the earth here. And then keep your elbows squeezing your chest as you lower all the way or halfway, Chaturanga Dandasana. Untuck the toes, open through the heart, Bhujangasana, cobra pose. Your elbows can stay bent, right? And then tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Good, bend into the knees a little, walk it out. And then wherever you are, whether you're still in tabletop or you're in down dog, we'll bend into our knees, lift our gaze to the top of the mat, and then just walk our feet forward to meet our hands. On the inhale, lift and lengthen through the spine. On the exhale, fold. Grab opposite elbows and just start to rock a little side to side. Make sure you keep a nice generous bend into the knees here. So that bend will help to protect the low back. If you're comfortable though, you're welcome to straighten out the legs. But if you experience low back pain or sciatic pain, most definitely bend the knees. Good, maybe nod the head a little. Shake the head. Release your hands to the earth, slowly, mindfully. Roll on up to standing, one vertebra at a time. Good. On the inhale, sweep your palms high. On the exhale, draw your palms to your heart. Inhale, palm sweep high, gaze lifts. Exhale, draw your palms to your heart. Inhale, palm sweep high. Exhale, draw your palms to your heart. Send your hands to your low back, fingertips down. Squeeze the elbows towards each other, then send the hips forward, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Just 3 breaths. Make sure your butt's nice and squeezed, nice and tight. Engage the glutes to protect the low back. Good. One more full breath in. And exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Keep that bend into the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. And then plant your palms on the earth. So you might want to reach for your block or your coffee or whatever the heck you're using, right? Keep your right foot forward. We're going to step our left foot back, nice and far here. So we want our right foot to stay directly underneath the knee. Try not to let the knee jut out in front of the ankle. Try and get the foot directly under the knee. Good. And then if the floor feels far away, again, just use your blocks, use your props, place your hands on top of them. We're looking for one long line from the heel to the crown of the head. Good. And then from here, send your left hand to the inside of your right foot. Reach your right hand high and take a twist. So you can use your prop to place your left hand on or not. You're also welcome to modify by dropping your back knee. Just a couple of breaths. Keep hugging the midline with your legs. And then send your right hand to the inside of your right, or the outside of your right foot. So we're going to come to Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. So we're going to spin our back foot flat so the back of our foot is parallel to the back of our mat. You might want to grab your prop. You can place your right hand on top of a block. We're going to reach our left hand high and then come all the way up to standing, Warrior 2. Good. So I'll turn and face the camera so you can see me here. So our hips are nice and square to the side. We have a nice wide stance here. Our right quad's going to be nice and engaged. So see if, to take some of that weight out of the quad, you can fire up your back leg a little bit more. Really press it into the earth. Press it into the mat. Draw your gaze over your right arm. On the inhale, grow taller through the crown of the head. On the exhale, bend deeper into the right knee. One more. Inhale. And exhale. From here, drop your back hand. Inhale, reach your right hand high. And then we're going to cartwheel our hands to frame our right foot. Lift your back heel and then step that left foot forward. Take as many steps as you need. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale with a long spine, bend into the knees, sweep the palms high. Exhale, palms to heart. Inhale, palm sweep high. We're going to go right onto that other side. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. And exhale, plant the palms on the earth or your blocks. Keep your left foot forward, step your right foot back behind you. Runner's lunge. So if it felt like a lot on the other side, you can start by dropping your back knee here. Good. Again, make sure that foot's under the knee. And then squeeze the midline with your thighs. From your heel to the crown of your head, see if you can be nice and long, nice and strong. And then walk your right hand to the inside of your left foot. Reach your left hand high. Twist. Again, you can drop your back knee if you'd like. Keep breathing. Take one more full breath in. Send your left hand to the earth. Spin to the inside of your back foot. So your heel is like, your front heel, your left heel is running in the same line with your back heel, and then they're just intersecting each other. Reach your right hand high. Warrior two, come all the way up. And then from here, see if you can tuck the tailbone, then draw the left knee out wide. Then see if you can drop the shoulders away from your ears, reach through the left fingertips. On the inhale, grow taller. Exhale, sink deeper. Inhale, grow taller. Exhale, sink deeper. We'll reverse this time. Inhale, drop your back hand, reach your left hand high and back, and then cartwheel your hands to frame your left foot. Lift your back heel off of the earth, step your right foot forward to meet your left foot. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Take a bend into the knees, sweep the palms high, lift the gaze. Exhale, draw your palms to your heart center. Inhale, palm sweep high. Exhale, palms to heart. One more, inhale. And exhale. Good. Rest your thumbs like right on your sternum, right at heart center. We're gonna come to tree pose, Vrikshasana. So start by rocking a little front to back on your feet. See if you can feel the four corners of your feet. Root into them, and then lift your 10 toes, spread them, and then press each toe into the earth. Yeah, feel nice and rooted. Now send your weight into your right foot, lift your left heel off of the earth, and then go ahead and press that right or left foot into your right calf. So a couple different ways to do this. You can keep your toe rested on the earth as a kickstand. You can find your calf. You can find your thigh, right? Wherever your body says to go. Wherever you are though, press the palms together, grow the tree, and then spread your branches nice and wide. Allow your shoulders to fall heavy. Good. And then if you're having trouble balancing, so normal. For me, the first thing to go is my balance, right? But if you can rest your gaze on just one unmoving object, maybe on the earth, maybe in front of you, we call that a dristi. Just a focal point of meditation that helps all the chaos of life kind of disappear. All of that sway, all of that imbalance. We'll be here for 2 more breaths. Make sure you're breathing. Good. Draw your palms to your heart. Set your left foot back on the earth. Inhale, palm sweep high, gaze lifts. Exhale, palms to heart. Rock a little front to back. Find the 4 corners of your feet. And then lift your 10 toes, spread them, ground them. Good, send your weight into your left foot or your opposite foot. Lift your right heel off of the earth. Tree pose, Vrikshasana. Wherever you went last time, kickstand, calf, or thigh. Try to avoid placing your foot on your kneecap. And then push your palms together, grow your tree. Spread the branches, let the shoulders fall. And then from here, see if you can tuck the tailbone, draw that right knee back just a little. Find your dristi. Two more full breaths. Full inhales, full exhales. Draw your palms back through your heart. Set your right foot on the earth. Inhale, palm sweep high, gaze lifts. Exhale, draw your palms to your heart. Send your hands to your low back, fingertips down. Squeeze the elbows together. Once again, we're going to take that little back bend. Make sure you're squeezing the butt, lifting the gaze, lifting the heart. Good. One more full breath. And then come back up through center. Inhale, palm sweep high, gaze lifts. Exhale, draw your palms to your heart center. Good. Hinge at the hips, forward fold. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Ardha Uttanasana. You can place your palms on your shins, on blocks, on the earth. And then from here, we're just gonna bend into the knees, set our butt right on the earth. Good. Kick your feet out long in front of you. So you might want your strap for this one, you might not. Kick through the heels so much that your toes are coming towards your shoulders and your heels lift off of the earth. On the inhale, sweep your palms high. And then on the exhale, we're gonna hinge forward for a forward fold. So you can always take your strap here, hook it around the sole of your foot. Good. And then if you're super bendy, you can always reach for one of your props. Maybe place it on the sole of your feet. Just find a little more length here. We'll be here for a couple more breaths. And walk your hands back towards your hips. Good. Just bend into the knees, send the soles of the feet to the earth. Grab a hold of your shins and go ahead and just roll on down to the earth. See if you can do it nice and slow, one vertebra at a time. Really controlled. Allow your shoulders to rest last. One more bridge pose. If you have wheel pose in your practice, you're welcome to try it. I'll demo it here. But going back to the bridge pose, I'll demo that first. We're gonna hold it for 8 breaths. So lift your hips. From here, you can rock your shoulders under your chest, interlace your hands under your butt, kick through the heels. If you're taking a wheel pose, be really, really careful, right? This is a lot on the spine, but you can place your fingertips under your shoulders, palms on the earth, squeeze the elbows together, maybe prop up onto your head first, and then see if you can lift everything off the earth. Good. Wherever you are, see if you can squeeze the thighs together. Press into the heels. Good, couple more breaths. 3, 2, and 1. Release. Good. That was nice. From here, windshield wiper your knees a little side to side. Yeah. And then when you're ready, draw your knees to your chest, give yourself a hug, rock a little side to side. And then squeeze the knees nice and tight, let your knees fall to the left. Send your right arm out wide, let your gaze rest over your right fingertips. Now starting to slow down. Anytime we twist the spine, we're getting a really nice detox. Detoxing the digestive organs, really every organ in the body. And come back through center. Hug your knees to your chest, rock a little side to side. And squeeze the knees tight, let your knees fall to the right. Reach your left arm out wide. Notice the breath slowing down. Maybe the heart starting to calm. And deepen your exhale to release everything you're detoxing here. Physical tension, emotional tension, fears or anxieties, hesitations. Come back to the center. And draw your knees to your chest, start to rock a little side to side. We'll take happy baby. So happy baby, we'll send our feet towards the ceiling, bend into the knees, and then grab the outside edges of our feet. See if you can anchor your sacrum, anchor your tailbone into the earth to lengthen the low back, and then draw your knees towards the mat. So from here, you might want to grab your strap as well. You can always do happy baby with a strap, maybe just hooking it around the soles of your feet. It's a little easier to use a strap here if you have a longer strap. The belt might be a little small for that one. Good. If it feels good to rock a little side to side, go ahead. Maybe straighten one leg and the next. Good. And then from here, walk your feet out in front of you. We'll find Shavasana, resting pose. If you would rather take diamond legs, we call it Supta Baddha Konasana, or reclined bound angle. You can draw the soles of the feet to touch, bend into the knees, just let them fall out wide. Or Shavasana, just flat on your back, legs straight. Wherever you find the most release. Again, it's just about listening to the body. Let's take a moment to feel the earth. Feel your body connected to the earth. Feel the air. Feel the vibration of the air. Feel your breath. You start to release effort in the breath. With each exhale, feel your shoulders get heavy, your hips get heavy. Just feel your whole body release. And then take a moment of gratitude for yourself. Yoga can be full health care if practiced mindfully and safely. And every time that you make a decision to practice, to strengthen the body, to strengthen the mind, you're making a commitment to not just strengthen yourself, but help the world. We change the world one person at a time. And when we commit to being better, stronger, happier, more peaceful, it's like a ripple effect. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you for practicing. Here in final resting pose, we're turning on the body's parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest system. In this rest and digest state, your body starts to process all of the work that you just put in. Starts to distribute all of that healing energy, move things out, move things in. Feel free to stay here as long as you would like. If you fall asleep, that's okay. You're at your home probably. I'll go ahead and close here. You can stay right where you are or draw your hands to your heart. We close by honoring each other, the love, the light, the peace that moves through each and every one of us. Namaste.